There's something about an unfinished set that kind of lingers. It's not just cardboard or paper, it's potential. Gaps in a binder become a reminder for something you didn't quite finish. I feel a little bit of excitement each time I can fill in one of those remaining slots. Now, if there's one thing you should know about me and collecting Pokemon cards, I love master sets. That's all I want to collect. Every card, every secret rare, every reverse holo, I've got it cataloged, completed, checked off. It's my favorite kind of organized chaos. So far, I've finished a couple sets. Scarlet and Violet base, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flames, and Pokemon 151. Now, every one of these sets tells me a story, but I found some of these stories to be a lot more meaningful than others. The first set I completed was Paldea Evolved, and I basically ordered every single card off TCG Player. Now, was getting mail exciting for like a month or so? I mean, sure. But I found this way of collecting to personally be far less satisfying and potentially a missed opportunity for some really good deals. Now, unlike those really big swanky YouTubers, my ass is working on a budget, okay? Card shows are often the absolute best place to really stretch your money, but there's something even better at these shows. It wasn't about just what I found, it was actually about who I found it with and the folks that helped me along the way. I think the experience will stay with me far longer than these cards ever could. The first booth that caught my eye had a handful of binders. I started flipping through, there was a few cards that I needed, but nothing major. The show was clearly much bigger than the last one I attended, so I was trying to play it really smart, looking for big pickups early to improve some bundle negotiation leverage, really get as much as I can from this vendor to try and knock down the price, so you've got to be patient. Great looking cards at this next booth, but just the wrong set. One of those moments where you simply smile politely and move on, holding out hope. The third booth I went to is where I finally got really excited. I found a well-priced Groudon, and I just started to dig through and see what else there was. At the time, this price was good, under $100, but recently, the Groudon card has come down quite a bit. This was all filmed in early March. But at the table, I noticed something else that was strange. Some of the cards looked really familiar, but not in the usual kind of way. They were replicas from TCG Pocket. Honestly, I think they looked great. I thought they were really interesting, but I was worried some new collectors or young children might think that they're real. To the credit, the vendor was super nice and clarified when I heard some people ask about it. Still, I think maybe a sign would help, or putting them all together to acknowledge what they are. What do you all think? I'd love to know in the comments below. You know what? Regardless, I walked away super happy with this booth, a well-priced Groudon, several other cards from the binders and the glass casings, and managed to work out a great deal.
We're down to 145.
140, yeah, I'll rock that. Sounds perfect. Thank you so much. Awesome, 145. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, have a good rest of your show.
You too. Snags, one boot down, many to go.
Right next to the Groudon booth was this massive binder, like almost unreasonably big. The thing was nearly overflowing with cards, but despite the size, I found almost nothing useful for me. That's just how it goes sometimes. Booth 5 had even more binders, but not much in volume for my needs, so again, I decided to pass. I'm really trying to bundle it up and get my best possible value. Booth 6 also looked promising, tons of binders, but ended up being mostly vintage. The vendor pointed me to a box of top loaders with modern singles, which was overwhelming compared to the binders, but still super helpful, and even asked what else I was looking for. I totally meant to return and check for the rest, but you know, I didn't the next day. One of those classic card show misses.
32, 33, 34 to go. First table picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. Upsetting to get the Plusle without the Mine-In. Golden Go, good price on it. I think Golden Go's been popular in paper game, competitive game, which just shot it up. 5, 185. And boom. 26, 27, 27 to go.
End of day one, only hit up a couple tables, 27 left, not bad. I was just getting my bearings. Frankly, I wasn't even planning to film or buy anything this first day, but that Groudon price was just too good. Day 2 is where the grind really starts. Booth 1 of day 2 was an absolute game changer. It had so much of what I needed. Garchomp, Espathra, Aipom, Iron Moth, Slitherwing, Mienfoo, Snorunt, even some of the trainers. While I was flipping and hanging out, someone bought a full set of the Unigaba evolutions right next to me, all PSA 10s. These are such cool cards, definitely on my wish list one day, but super out of my budget for this event.
What if we did a 170, 180 coin flip.
Sure, I'm down.
Now this vendor wanted to spice things up with a coin flip. These are really popular at conventions. And honestly, it's a fun way to build a deal and a memory.
Ready?
All right, yep, heads. Tails. You're on a streak. You're on a... yeah, I mean...
Unfortunately, this one did not go in my favor. But if you like Pokemon cards and you like collecting, you probably like this coin flip kind of thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only had 2 booths. I feel like I'm
Almost done, baby.
crushing it.
This one was kind of a jackpot in terms of like
Oh,
many he actually had.
I know. I hadn't seen it. Oh, I think that's a double.
Oh.
Oh, classic. It's an always. You're always gonna double it. Last time I had 2 doubles. I'm gonna need to find someone with a trainer binder. I haven't seen Garbodor either, or Minun.
Yeah, that's all coming in.
I know. It's depressing. Magby. Oh, I think he had Mantike and I didn't grab it. I'll get it somewhere else.
That's when you go back and
Porygon.
trade.
The Porygonzi. No, it's all good.
I had this card.
Okay, that's super helpful, Pocky. Thank you so much.
I decided to, when I stop at booths and I saw some with a little less cards, to try and go ahead and pick them up and make deals as well. Booth 2 added a full art Iron Hands and a Mantike to my haul. But you'll also see a few cards that are not part of Paradox Rift. That's because today my cameraman is my friend Pocky. We met online during COVID when we were both making Hearthstone content. Since our paths split a little bit in terms of content, but we've remained close friends. The Pikachus, those are all for him. The cute card, that's always for Kate's binder. Little traditions like that are what keeps making these trips and memories so special for me. Moments like this remind me collecting isn't just about the cardboard, but it can be about so much more. Booth number 3 was more amazing than I expected. I had thought after booth 1 and how many things we had cleared out, what we were still needing, we were not gonna find any more of these like pretty big pickups, so I was more willing to do like what I had done previously. This booth was a dream. The binder was so well labeled. I snagged Minun, which a little overpriced, Garbodor, Iron Jugulus, Loudred, Coffegregious, Professor Soda's Vitality, and a Golden Iron Valiant. But after that, I was out of cash. Cash is so much easier to work with at these shows. Sometimes the Wi-Fi sucks, you can't get on Venmo, people are more willing to like work with you, wheel and deal when you just have cash. But after that booth, only 7 cards were left. We're really picking up so much speed so early.
Okay, Vanillish. So 1, 2, that'll be like $1, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, mostly trainers. And Kate Centrit.
Started asking everyone, do you have a trainer binder? Do you have a trainer binder? Do you guys have a trainer binder? Do you guys have any of these trainers I'm missing? And the answer is either no, we don't really do trainers. Oh, those are too cheap. I didn't bring it. I struck out at a ton of tables. Eventually, I ended up flipping through these bulk bins. It's not glamorous. It's just like the top loaders, like, you know, all slotted in really close together. It's not fast. But I think if I really want those last few couple of $2 trainers, it's gonna be this or one of those binders. Let's see what we can get.
I'm just gonna take the 1 off you. 2.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe the scenario? Yeah, it's just, oh yeah, wait. Yeah,
Is that the right?
boom, yeah,
240.
yeah. All right. Oh, Larry. Yeah, here's the Larry. Oh, dope. Is this the...
No luck on the Vanillish?
No, it's crazy.
We haven't seen one in like.
Anywhere. Yeah, I feel like I've looked through like so many things. I know. All right, what do you got on these 2? 6 for both? All right, let's do it. Awesome. Thank you much, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, I got the left hand. Oh, no. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much.
I managed to grab a Toxtricity full art after searching. A few booths later, I found Larry and Professor Turo's Scenario. Still 4 left, okay? And it's ironic. It feels like the least expensive cards at these shows are often the most elusive. I kept digging and asking different vendors what I was still needing of the 4 cards. I was so surprised to not find Vanillish basically all day, but eventually someone had it. This card took forever. I'm starting to think Vanillish might be short printed. Conspiracy confirmed, maybe, but that left me with just 3 cards: Norman, Rika, and Mela. I didn't realize it then that this challenge was about to become something so much bigger. One by one, vendors started helping. People flipped through their binders with me. A couple even left their booth to ask other vendors on my behalf. It became a shared mission, and honestly, it meant a lot. Nothing like this has ever happened to me in card collecting. When I couldn't find what I needed at the different tables, I started to leave each table with a little bit more energy.
It's not a friend of mine. I don't know the guy. Super organized.
Oh, perfect. Let's do it. All right.
You have a paradox grip.
Yeah, I just need 3 like teeny tiny trainers. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, Mela, 1, 1, 1. Oh, I felt like really none of the other ones. Awesome. Thank you much. Appreciate it.
By the end of that entire journey, I managed to grab Mela. Just 2 cards left. Let's see if we can close out the show. I've had these sitting around for quite a while. I ended up, just like last time, having to order the last few from my local store. Norman and Rika, the last 2, I never managed to get. This one didn't really feel like a victory. It felt like a closure after I ordered these. I was much closer than the last time, closer than I had ever really been before. But what really stuck with me, it wasn't the binder. It was honestly flipping through all the different cards of the venues with my friend, talking trash over coin flips, watching vendors go out of their way for someone chasing a little dream for a little video online that wasn't even theirs, and my friend for just offering his time to help film this. This is what the hobby is, not necessarily filming, but the cardboard doesn't really matter, but the connections you make with all the different people do. And I think that's what really brings us back and really brings me back. Like I said, of all these different master set collections, they all have a different memory with me. Fantastic time. As you all know, Scarlet Violet Base was the first one I put out of these. Honestly, fantastic memories. Reed and Kate helping me finish those out and filming. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're hunting something on your own, don't forget to really stop and look around who's with you when you find it. I promise you, that memory is going to last a hell of a lot longer than these 2 cards.